Hello everyone, welcome to the replay. Thanks for joining me for another card. I'm going to make a Christmas card today using a new thin cut called lattice background. And also, I'm going to be using one of these fancy borders from this Fancy Borders thin cut set. I'm also using papers from the Jingle Joy collection. That's our new Christmas paper pack in the November-December idea book. And I've got some stuff already pre-cut. So this lattice background makes this whole 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 background perfect for a whole card front. And then I used this border to cut some papers as well. So here's the lattice paper, or here's the paper that I cut with the lattice, and it's the black and white striped paper. It's the back to the trees from the Jingle Joy collection. And so it fits right on that card front. And then I took some of the same paper, but this time I want the Christmas trees to be on the front, and some black cardstock, and I cut them both so that they're the same width, and I cut them using the same die. And then I'm just going to move the pattern paper down a little bit so that you can see the black stitching on there. I'm going to put that down here at along the bottom. So let me say hi to a few people first before we move on, because the next part's going to involve stamping and some more thin cuts, but I want to explain to you where I'm going to get my items from. So hi, Mom. Thanks for joining. Hello, Mary. Hi, Lily. Hello, Jenny. Thanks, you guys, for joining me. Okay, so this is the beginning of my card so far. And obviously, I don't have a focal point and I don't have a sentiment yet. I'm just building up the background at this point in time. So I'm going to set this aside because we know what we've got going on there. I pulled out 3 different stamp sets from previous Christmas releases. So this is the Berry Christmas, and it's got this little tree on it. This one is Woodland Wishes, and it's got this taller tree on it. And then here's Cozy Christmas, and it's got this thin cut for the tree, and then you can either do it these little stripes or this more solid tree. So I don't think any of these are available anymore. You might look in the online or the clearance section on my website, claudia.ctmh.com. Or you might be able to find it online some places like eBay, or I don't think Etsy. Maybe even online garage sales might have it. But the point is that I want to get different size and style trees, because the trees that are in this paper are all different styles. Like here's just a triangle. This one with the zigzag. This one's a triangle with little wavy lines. This one looks like stacked triangles. This one looks a little more hand-drawn. This one looks more like line art. These are just straight triangles. So mixing up the style of the trees will kind of follow along with that theme that's there. But also it'll let me mix and match from various stamp sets that I already have in my collection. Now I want to point out one more thing to you. If you are a Cricut user, number one, you could go to your design space and put in Christmas tree and get probably 100 different Christmas trees to come up and to cut, and probably free images. That's not even an issue. But if you would like to get coordinating Christmas icons, Cricut shapes, we do have the Jingle Joy collection, and it has about 19 to 20 different images in the collection for about $10. So they roughly average about 50 cents each, but you have to buy the collection, is I'm just saying. And I haven't gone on to see what all the images are. But I can already see that there's a tree here. So you know that you're going to be, there's probably 2 or 3 other trees in there as well. And again, if you get the paper suite, it also has a sticker sheet that has a triangle Christmas tree, and then this little black and gray Christmas tree. And you can see on both of them, part of it is glossy and part of it is regular cardstock. So you see how it's partly dark. There you go. You can see the shine on that. So these cardstocks and this these stickers in this paper pack are cardstock and glossy, matte and glossy. Some portions of it, that deer is all matte, but like the dots on the deer Santa are glossy. Parts of the snowflake is glossy. The dark pink ho-ho here is glossy. So just different parts. So you could even use some of these trees, some of the cricket collection trees. Let me see. I did get the Picture My Life cards. And I'm sure there are probably some trees that you could even cut out from here. I haven't actually gone through the pack yet. So there's some trees. I don't want to use that on my card today. Some of these cards are going to be great just to make card fronts all on their own. This would be a great card. All you'd have to do is trim it. Maybe even put another piece of cardstock behind it just to mat it, and that would make a great card front. It's a great card background. Same thing with this. See, just a little trim will make a great card. Let me see if any of these have trees. There's some trees. I don't want to cut them out though. I don't want, not for this project yet, because I do have some intentions for these cards before I dive into it. This is cute because it looks like just brushes of the color. And those are all the Picture My Life cards. So, okay, let's get those back in the pack now that I've given you some alternatives. So, I am going to use these older images. I've also pulled out several different inks. I don't have the light gray that goes with this collection. Let's see, I think Pebble. I have pewter, and so I'm going to use pewter, maybe second generation if it's too dark. I've got flamingo and raspberry. I've got green apple, clover, and New England ivy. Evergreen is the dark green that coordinates with this pack, but I think New England ivy will be an okay substitution. Clover is in this paper pack color, and then I like green apple with these two colors, so I pulled it out just in case. I don't think that we'll miss anything by having it. And so I'm just going to come through and let's see, there's my die cut for that. And I'm just going to stamp some trees in different colors. And then die cut. Well, actually what I should probably do is die cut first, because I can cut multiples at once. Smart idea. And so I just want to have a collection of trees. I'm not gonna do anything super, oh, I don't know. I mean, I only have so much room on my card front, so I'm not going to do anything too intricate. Let me see, I can cut 2 of those and use that stamp. Let's see, how tall is this guy? 3. So I might be able to get 2. I'm okay if it even cuts off the star, because I can make my own star, or I can, where am I? I can cut my own star to add on there. I can put some other embellishment. And that's going to be a solid, so maybe something a little bit on the lighter side for this second one. Actually, I could probably do both, one in each color. Okay, I'll pull those. And then this skinny tree. So he'll make a nice background tree. Just looking for a block. Looking for a block there. And a thin cut. Okay. So let's run all of these through and cut them all out first, and then we can stamp them. And then we can, you know, make them in different colors, decide which ones we want to use. I really like being able to cut more than one image at a time. That's a big time saver. Oops. I know, I'm being lazy. I don't want to tape it down. Okay. Oh, you couldn't even see that. I was having trouble lining up my images to keep them on the paper. But I'm just going to run it forward and backward. And now I've got 2 of these, 2 of these. And only 1 of these tall trees, but I think my tall tree might sit in the background somewhere. Where did I just put these? Right there. Okay. And then, of course, I'm going to need to decide what to do about a sentiment. And I did get this new Mary Borders stamp set, and it has the thin cut for the word Mary, and then a little stamp that makes the word Christmas. And so we might use that for our sentiment. Let's see here. This tree is this one, and I think I'm gonna want to go with the New England ivy. Just ink that up real good. Let me see how he stamps. And if that's a color I'm gonna like. I don't know what happened there, but okay. I don't think I like New England ivy. Looks too dark. So I'm gonna go with clover. And I'm just testing it on this extra sheet. Oh yeah, I like clover a lot better. So I'm just gonna line it up and press down. Awesome. There's one. So I'm gonna do one of these and one of these. Since I'm gonna use similar colors, I'm gonna use the two pinks, the flamingo and the raspberry. Flying. I don't want them to be the same. I want them to use different ones. And set it down. Cute. I'm gonna come back in just a second and do, well, I should do that now. Let's see here, I've got the little stand that I can probably do in the green, since I've already got the green out. Whoa, almost did that upside down. Okay, and the star, I kind of do need to do him and do it in a, I can do it in a pink color to go along. And here we go. I'm gonna do it in the raspberry actually. It's not even a full-on colored in star. It's just the outline. So that'll help me have some variation in my trees. So far, so good. This guy is this solid one. Kind of plain. But, oh, I have a great idea for that. And let's see here. I've got this tree as well that I can do in the green apple. And I'm still gonna do that tree stand and the star again. And I'm gonna do them in pink this time, or in the raspberry. I think that'll be fun. So I'm just taking my time, killing time tonight. I'm trying to avoid the television. Okay. I'm going to do this one in gray. Just so that we can have a neutral color in there. So I pulled out pewter. So I'm going to test the pewter first and see if I want it first or second generation, because that is not the right tree. Let's see here. There's first generation. There's second generation. Oh, I think the second generation is gonna be the winner. I want it I want it light. Okay. Now, this is where here's a little trick that I'm gonna try. In this Mary, there's this stripy, I don't want that, no, because it's gonna look too much like that. Okay, so I'm gonna try a trick that I haven't tried in quite a while. I'm gonna see if it works. So I'm gonna look for a background stamp that pretty much just gives a texture. And perfect. My favorite, my little hearts here. Okay. Now, we already have it in gray. Let's see if this trick still works, or if I don't, or if I'm doing the wrong trick. So I'm gonna kiss it, basically, and take off those, take off the ink right where those hearts were. Let me stamp it and see if it works. Not so much. What does this give me? I'm gonna try it again. Maybe that pulled it off a little bit more. And what I need is a piece of paper. Gives me a texture. I don't know if that's the texture we want. Okay, I'll just stamp it straight gray. Oh, second generation gray, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna stamp it once and then come back and stamp it with the leftover ink. Let me stop and say hello to a few people. I haven't been paying attention. Let's see, where did I... Jenny, hello Julie, hello Livy, Karen, Jay, Deanna. Hi you guys, hi Christy. Yes, Jingle Joy on your next order. I kind of had a little preview of the paper with the launch, and so I had that, but I just got in the lattice today or yesterday, and so I'm just kind of trying things out to see how they work. Yes, hi Dora. Yes, Jenny, avoiding it. I know. Hey, Melissa, I'm surprised you guys are having it. Well, I'm not surprised, I guess. Everybody wants to stay abreast of what's going on. Okay. I'm going to start gluing this stuff down so that we can see where we're at and what we're going to do about all those trees. And then where we're going to put our sentiment. Okay. So I like that this does cover the whole card front. I mean, it just, you're barely seeing anything. And maybe it's subtle because it doesn't have very much contrast with the white card or even the holes, but it is subtle and it is there, which I do particularly like. So I'm just gonna line that up where it gives me the amount of spacing I want. Then I was thinking I could foam tape these up so it would be a little bit higher. Let's do that. I'm just gonna do a couple of strips. I'm gonna leave that open towards the top just in case I need to tuck some trees under. I've got room for that. Okay, I'm gonna bring that. Oh, I need to clean that edge up. Okay, everything else looks pretty good. I'm just gonna bring that all the way down. There we go. So far, so good. Nice and clean. Everything's lining up. Okay. So now, I have a white pen. Maybe. Those are glue pens. There we go. Here we go. So I don't know if this still works. It's a jelly roll pen. And it's been sitting in my papers for a while. So I can kind of mimic what's going on in the card and just, you know, draw some little wavy lines or just, you know, whatever. Now this is on the light, so I'm gonna probably pull out an alcohol marker and in the darker gray, like an ice gray blend, to do that. But I think on the pink, I can come through and make a little dotted garland. And just add the dots. Okay. Okay, there we go. Just a little something so it can have some texture. On this one, I need that gray. Let me test it here. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. So I'm just gonna draw some random dots. Now we've got all these trees going. I'm gonna need that one kind of in the back. And this one forward. This one in the back. Kind of forward. Oh, these two trees are similar. I don't want to put the two, well, I can put the two greens together and then okay. This green down here, gosh, this one here in the back and the gray. So there we go. So now we've got all kinds of trees going. Just to give us some bigger elements in the back. But I'm not gonna glue them down just yet. Hey, Howard. I need to cut out the words Merry and Christmas from this other stamp set. So this is gonna be super tiny. And this Merry, we should totally see. Now I'm gonna do it in black because I think that's definitely gonna be the color that stands out the most. And maybe heat emboss, do some embossing. We'll do this in silver and see how that comes out. Okay, let's find us some cardstock. Perfect, I had that little scrap right there. And let me run this through. So, got a lot going on tonight. I do like the font on this word. It's fun. It did not, okay. So see, that would look really good. Did it not have a hole on the white? It did not have a hole in the white. Okay, I was just looking for a center there. That did not happen. Seeing a little boop right there. Hold on, I'm thinking. I guess I need a little white piece of cardstock. But longer than that. Okay, here we go. That'll give me plenty of room to protect my fingers. I'm loving that. So far, oh, that gray feels a little bit like out of place. See, now we've got the, what if we do it that way? We're alternating our pinks, we've got our greens alternated, we've got our gray. Even if these trees are the same, because of the texture, it won't show up so much. I think that works. Okay. See? It's a good thing I hadn't put those down yet. Okay. One thing at a time. And the silver embossing powder, right? I think that silver will work just fine. So if you were going to do this card assembly line, well, might I just say that you're working at a car factory, because whew, it's going to take some time. But 1 or 2 would be cute. I don't know about making 30 of them like this. And silver, fine detail. We need our little funnel sheet. I'm really hoping that that fine detail comes through. Oh, so pretty. Oh yeah, look how you can totally see clearly every letter. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Yesterday we had a little bit of the zip strip, and it's got green on it, and I think we could totally like bring in that Christmas and back it with the green. I have to cut it super, not super close, but just closer. So it would have a little bit of something substantial to fall back on, I think. Okay. There we go. A little bit of green. Yeah, that'll definitely give it some more, a more substantial. I wondered though, if I cut this out a couple more times and then stack them, it'll give me a little bit more dimension. There's no way I'm going to be able to get foam tape behind that. Let me see. Okay. So that's a pretty cool thing that we can stack the letters and it'll feel, you know, like we're getting the height, but we're not having to try and get it through with foam tape. That would be super, super crazy. I'm just cutting it through some more black cardstock. Because I can definitely glue the cardstock pieces to each other. It gave me some crinkly. Looks a little leathery. I actually stuck 3 pieces through. Probably not a good idea. Okay. A little bit at a time. Let's glue these so I can set them aside while I glue those in. Glue. Okay. I'm just gonna take my regular wet glue. If I can separate these. I'm just gonna use this board. I had it upside down so that the glue would come up to the front. I'm just gonna kind of dot it on. And hopefully when I put the next one on, it'll squash it so that it can, get into more little cracks and crevices. Working like a charm. It's getting smeared all over the place. I'm gonna have to make sure that that last one is nice and neat. I do like that the liquid glue gives me a little bit of a chance to move things around. Make sure they're lined up. And I need a little something to press down. Okay, last one. Let me just clean that up real quick. The good thing about my little chamois is it's not too wet. I can do a quick wipe and it won't wet my paper. Okay, I have to be kind of careful so that I don't make a mess. And just put those dots on. And that's definitely going to give me a little bit of depth and dimension for that word, so that it won't just be so flat on the card. There we go. And put this other, I'm just going to put some weight on it. Okay, now I can deal with these guys. Okay. So I'm going to end up probably just doing all of these flat. I do kind of want them tucked back in here, or at least the base hidden. That's one of those little centers that came out. Okay. And I need it, I guess, to be a little bit higher. And maybe what I need is one more different type of tree. Over here. I would need one more. Or I'm just gonna have to move this over. Okay, that's what I'm gonna have to do. Tuck that in a little bit more so it's shorter. I want them at different heights. Okay, there we go. All right, we're close to the end. Oh yeah, look, that's nice and got some height on it. So when we put it down, it'll give us some dimension. Merry Christmas, just like that. And let's see, nope, not gonna take. Okay, I'll have to do this with wet glue too. I'm working. I'm gonna do that a little bit off center. No, probably needs to be straight up and down. And then add that right there. Let's see, paper towel. Okay, nice. Awesome, awesome. Oh, I sure do wish I had some string to add to something. Kind of. Hold on. We have, where did we have it? I had silver embossing thread just the other day. I've got blue over here, I've got gold over here. Ah, found it. So, let's see if I can add some silver thread. I don't really know where I'd add that. Okay, I got it. Like, take a little bit of some washi. And I'm gonna tape that together. And add it behind that pink tree. Just like that. Let's see if I can still get this. There we go. So it's kind of subtle because it kind of matches in there. And I'm just gonna put it on this one side. But I am gonna add some black and white, well, just the black dots that we had yesterday. Whew. This card has gone from really run the gamut for me today. I need one more spot maybe. There we go. I just want it in a couple of places, or 3 places, so that it can really just add another element of dimension and color. Even though it is black, I mean, it's obvious that the color just strikes. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it right there. Let's see if I can clear enough mess away so that you can focus on the card. Oh my God. I hope y'all didn't hear that. So, how's that? Can you see that card all nice and neat? There we go. I think that's it. I think I love it. I really like all the different trees. I like that we added those dots. They came out really good. You know, and it gives us all the crazy trees like in here. This string I need to remember so I can use it more often. But I think I'm going to get more use out of these black and white dots now that I have that black and white paper that is on the flip side of those Jingle Joy papers. Like the front sides are all the Christmas colors like this, Christmas designs, and then the back sides are all neutral black and white. So the paper pack would be worth it for those alone. I mean, look, big old black and gray dots, the black and white crosshatch, and then these little black hearts. So super cute background papers. You know, the B side is pretty cool on its own. And then if you add in from the Mix-Ins collection, let me see if there's any black and white. I'm pretty sure there was. Here's this black and white. It's got these little stars in it. And on this back side, it looks like rope knotted into each other. I love that pink paper. Pretty greens. Then there's blues. Okay. So that one sheet of the Mix-Ins is even more black and white. So, there you go. That's our card for tonight. I hope you liked it. I'm super happy with it. I don't think I'm going to make this as a batch. Unless I figured out how to really make them go quicker. I mean, obviously you can cut the background several times. You could just pre-cut a bunch of trees and then stamp them. You could go with a flat Mary. You could go with a flat Christmas, or I mean, that little bit of foam tape's not going to be bad. You can cut all these pieces all at once as well. So you could do this as an assembly line project. It just feels like a lot because I guess I didn't have it planned out all the way enough to do this quicker. So I don't want you to think that you can't make cards because it's going to take you 30 minutes or more to make one card. You can definitely, you know, make an assembly line process so that you can put them together quicker. And also you're just putting bits and pieces together so you don't have to sit down all at once. Like you can come and cut a few trees in between, you know, laundry or whatever you've got going on at the house. Just do little bits and pieces here and there. And then when you finally get a chance to sit down, you've got, you know, all your pieces and you can just start glue, glue, glue and finish off cards. There's definitely lots of other card designs that I've been showing you and that I'll continue to show you where you can make Christmas cards by the batches. And just did that, I'll bring back some of those cards to show you and update some of those designs, but with the new papers, with some newer papers that you can get now. But don't be afraid to mix and match your stamp sets, your thin cuts. You know what? If you don't like it, don't glue it down. Save it for another project. And if you do like it, then glue it down so that you can finish a project. So that's all I have for you today. I hope that we all have a good night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.